When I think of Technicolor, I think of being a young child watching Disney animation movies, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Cinderella, Bambi. I just remember that big Technicolor logo coming up. I think the great thing about Technicolor, because they're such a large corporation and they're worldwide, that they're able to look at our industry from a 300-foot view and really help on a holistic level see where our industry needs to move forward technologically, and not only see where we need to move, but help us move there. Technology really enhances our ability to tell stories, especially over the last 10 years. It's changed so much. Technology has really affected the way people can find our stories. Stories on the internet that were lost in vaults years and years ago. People now have access to old movies, new movies, and they can see them wherever they are, whether they're sitting at home and looking at it on their telephone, whether they're traveling, whether they're looking at a big screen in a big theater. And it's great for us that people have so much access to our stories. Technicolor has played a role in all the films that I've made, including my very first film that Morgan Freeman directed back in 1993. We view technology at Revelations as integral to the entertainment industry. In fact, when Morgan Freeman and I started Revelations, we started it with two prongs. One with the entertainment bend, where we would do film and television, and also a technology bend, where we would look at things in the technology industry as they affected the entertainment industry and see how we could bridge those gaps. I mean, as a computer scientist, when I was developing applications, which I guess are now called apps. When I was developing applications, you basically decided what kind of program you wanted to write, and then you had to hire a big team, and that included designers, technicians, programmers, people that are going to connect onto the internet. You need to pull that team all together and build a product that the audience or the public is going to want to download and use. And it's the same thing for the film industry. As a filmmaker, I find a film that I think people are going to want to watch, and I have to bring a team together, whether that's the director of photography, the director, the writer. I bring that whole team together and all the technicians, and we build this film and put it out to the public. And we hope on both sides of the equation, an application or a film, that people use and enjoy our products. It's not surprising to me that Technicolor is into the next generation of technology. They spent the last 100 years doing great things in our business, and so it's great to see them moving into the next generation of technology and the leaps and forward they're making. Even if they're not right on set with you, they are in the process somewhere along the way. I love ACES. I think ACES is a great step in the right direction for our industry. For one thing, it sets a standard that we have needed. Those films that every film has a different workflow, from the acquisition on a digital camera to the distribution into the digital screens out in the world. Every one of those films might have a different workflow. So ACES allows us to start streamlining that workflow and give us a template in order to say, this is a way that we're going to start distributing our films and delivering our films, and it gives us a standard within which to fit those workflows. The other thing that ACES does, which I love, is that it helps us set a standard for archiving our data and our films. In the past, films have been on film in the celluloid, and in that media we can access them 50, 100 years later. In our digital format, I'm afraid some of our films don't sit on celluloid, they're just on a data drive somewhere. And for all of us who have data on old computers or old disks somewhere, God forbid, it's hard to access those. So if we have ACES, we're going to have a way to future-proof our films in a way that they're going to be ubiquitous in the future. Technicolor has really been at the forefront of color science and now digital science in the entertainment industry. And so for us, it's really great to watch Technicolor make such great strides over the years. I see Technicolor where they've always been, leading the charge the last 100 years. I expect them to be leading the charge in the next 100 years. Happy 100th anniversary, Technicolor, and many more.